YouTube, what's going on? KT Medic here, and today is Friday, and it's the weekly vlog. Changing up the format yet again. This way I feel is going to work a lot better for me and will be more enjoyable because it's not just cut a whole bunch of times. We're not going to do one every day. We're just going to wrap up my entire week in one video. So that's where today comes in. Now, basically what I've been doing all week is trying to figure out how to record party chat on an Xbox One. Now, if you know how to do this, then you kind of know my struggles, because there are only about 4 ways that I know of to record party chat with the Xbox One. Now, my way, which I think is one of the better ways, I'll explain in just a second. The second way is using Skype. You can Skype chat on Xbox One, get all your friends in a Skype call, just a voice call. You get in a Skype call on your computer with those people, and then you record the audio from the computer with a virtual cable that you have to download. I just think that's a little more complicated than I want it to be. I want to just join the party, have party chat, and be done with it. So that's where my way comes in. The third way is all of the Y cables and the extender cables and the CTIA cable and the stereo splitter and the adapters and all this, and you plug that into your computer and you record it, and that's craziness. I don't want to have that many wires hanging off my controller while I'm trying to play a game. So, no thanks. If that was the only way, you bet that I would be doing it. But I have a better way, I think, for me personally. And the fourth way is using a Kinect. Now, I don't have a Kinect. I play in my office on a computer monitor. I don't need a Kinect. I don't want a Kinect. And it costs more. Now that they're selling Xbox Ones without Kinects, that makes that situation a little less reliable for some people. And the reason that that works is whenever you use a Kinect, it lets the chat audio go through your TV speakers, and then you can record it with the HDMI cable with the Egato or the Hopog or the HD PVR, or whatever you use to record your gameplay. It just captures it that way. But your chat goes through the Kinect and it sounds terrible. So, on we go. My way. If you have a Windows 10 computer, like I do, then there is an app from Xbox or from Microsoft, because it's Windows. There's an app for Xbox, and you just sign into that app with a secondary account. It does not have to be a gold account. It's a completely free account. Sign in with that account, create a party, and you can chat. And then the audio goes through your computer and you can record it that way. So you invite everybody you need in the party to the party. You mute yourself on the Xbox app, unless you want to use your microphone. Like I have a microphone that I'm recording with right now, and that's what I record my voice with, so it sounds better than using my headphone mic. And that actually gets recorded with my webcam, so it works out pretty well and pretty easy that way. But then you have to have a second, or not a second program, a separate program to record your computer audio. I use Reaper. It's a audio recording program. They're an awesome company. They let you try it for basically as long as you want, or you can pay the really low price that they have it for. Their trial is not a limited version, it's a completely full version. It's a great program, but it uses almost zero CPU resources, which is wonderful if you have a slower computer. My computer is not terribly slow, but it's not the custom PC that we're gonna have here in the somewhat near future. I have my Egato running, I have a webcam, I have the Xbox app, which uses 0 resources, and then Reaper, which uses a little bit of memory but like no CPU. So it's great if you have a slower computer, or if you just want to not use all of your CPU, then go for it. It's a great program, and I'm not being sponsored by Reaper or anything like that. I just think it's a wonderful program. Now, the way I make all of this happen is I have a mic, and it's connected to a Focusrite Scarlet 2i2, and I have the audio out from the computer. No, what's wrong? It has a headphone jack, and it's a USB device that connects to your computer, and the audio is sent to it. You can listen with headphones, or you can live monitor with speakers or what have you. I just took just a stereo cable from the headphone jack to line 2. It has 2 lines. My microphone is line 1, and my game chat basically is line 2, and I record line 2 in Reaper, and that's the way that happens. It's super easy. It does require a little bit more hardware with the Focusrite, but it's a way to do it. There is also another way to do it without the Focusrite, and you have to use the virtual cable that I was talking about before that you can use with Skype. That lets you use your computer audio as an input device on a virtual cable that's virtually plugged into your computer, and then you can record it that way. So we're just checking off a bunch of stuff today. Now that we got that out of the way, if you want any more information about that or the other various ways to record party chat, leave a comment down below. I'm perfectly happy explaining the rest of them to you if that's what you want. I understand them, I just didn't want to do it that way. This way is a little bit easier for me. Makes more sense. I use fewer resources. Skype calls use more resources than Reaper and the Xbox app. So that's the way I do it. And lastly, I finally figured out a way to keep my webcam in sync with my gameplays, because my webcam does not record at 30 frames a second. It records at a variable frame rate, and there's no way to change that, and I can't use OBS because my computer is retarded and it won't let me, and it gets high encoding, and then the frame rate goes to like 6, which is retarded. I can play computer games and record at the same time and have decent frame rates, but I can't use OBS. So maybe in the future on my new PC, whenever that happens, we can try it that way and maybe it'll work better. But for the time being, in Sony Vegas, which I use to edit my videos, there's a tool called Time Stretch and Compress. And what this does is it lets you kind of speed up or slow down the video and audio of a track. And since it's only a few seconds in my videos, I can sync the beginning, and then whenever it gets to the end, drag that time stretch tool just a little bit to where the whole video is in sync. And you can keep the audio settings the same, so there's no pitch change. You do speak a little bit slower or faster depending on how you move it, but it's not noticeable in that short of a time. So all good news on a Friday afternoon. I hope everybody had an awesome week. I hope you're enjoying Black Ops 3. Stay tuned. Tomorrow will be another Black Ops 3 video. As always, I'm KT Medic, and I'm out.